Okay, it's all ready. Good evening. This is Destiny from Destiny Forever. And welcome. I'm inviting everybody to come into the room. I am doing my last series of the Inner Child Healing Journey today. This will be video 7. 3 weeks ago, I did do a part 7 preview, and today I will touch on a few of those things that I did discuss in that video. In that video preview 7, I had reached out to my friends, my family members, my audience. I had reached out to people asking if they will stand with me. If I stand up, will you have my back? If I went to war, will you ride into the battle zone with me? Because it is time for us to stand up and speak out. And we have to heal these inner children within us that's crying. They've been crying for many years, but today we're going to turn that crying into laughter. Laughter, joy, peace, and hope. There is hope at the end of the tunnel, but I need people to stand up and let's start speaking out, and let's start helping these inner children within ourselves to be healed. And when I did come in and I just pleaded with people, I am tired and sick and tired of people being abused. You know, there's many of us out there has been abused and been hurt, has been through a lot of trials and traumas and upsets, pains and fears, all kinds of things. I'm going to discuss all this within this video, but I want to conclude this. I pleaded with people to come forth and to speak out, and I did not have anyone to want to do that. So like I said, if I got to stand alone, I stand alone. This is my platform. I'm going to speak out. I'm going to cry out. I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to declare it from this end of the world to the other end of the world. Wherever I got to declare that, I'll be the voice. I'll speak out. And I thank everyone that did leave comments about the videos. I had, it was a 7-part series. I did a part 1, a part 2, part 3, part 4, a part 5, a part 7, which was a preview of what was going to be talked on in part 7. And today I am concluding this inner child healing journey. And I just invite everyone, come on in the room. Come on in the room. This video is going to be quite lengthy. And I will be posting this on my YouTube page, and then I will download it to my Facebook, so my Facebook audience can get this as well. I had people come to me in personally and say, oh yeah, I will speak out, I will talk on it, I will get up there and have an interview with you. But when the time came for the interview, for these people to show up, they didn't. They did not stand to their promise, and I'm going to tell you right now up front, because I'm straightforward. If you're not going to do a thing, don't put your word out there. It makes you look bad. If you're not going to stick to your word and stick to your promise and follow through to what you said, please, keep your mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut. Because like I said, your actions will speak for itself. So in the moment when I got all my resources together and everything that I needed to bring my final series here on my inner child in this video 7, all those voices that kept saying, I'm going to do it, I'm going to stick with you, I'm standing with you, went the other direction. But that's okay. I still love you. But I just want you to know that Destiny is for real. She's truthful. She's honest. And if I'm going to get out there and do something, and I hope that I'm speaking with people who have that same energy that I have, that same kind of vibes that I have, that, you know, you stick to your word, you be honest. But if you're not going to be honest about doing anything, don't come to me putting up yourself as a trophy, like you're going to be on spotlight and shining for everybody, and then the moment when the truth comes down, you run. Sorry that you could not keep your promise, but guess what? This goes on, and this is my assignment, and I'm going to continue. So, here we go. Welcome everyone. This is Destiny. I invite everyone to come into the room. This is going to be quite lengthy because, like I said, I'm concluding the Inner Child Healing Journey series. 7 parts, including the video 7, which was a preview of what I will be touching on, some of the things today that I did in that series. Turning those tears and pain into laughter. Your inner child is ready to laugh and is ready to embrace you. So let's do this. Welcome again. Namaste to everyone. This is Destiny. This is Sunday, and it's May 5th, 2019. And I'm coming to you live today, bearing it all, concluding it all, bringing it all together, all 6 videos right here into this final last video 7. And my topic today will be, your inner child is screaming for help. Why are you afraid to respond? I need to repeat that, don't I? Your inner child is screaming for help. Why are you afraid to respond? You hear the child in the background laughing. It's time for laughter, joy, peace, love, hope. That inner child has waited a long time for this moment. The tears has been shed. The tears has been cried for many, many years. Today, baby, stop crying. Today, baby, hush. Tell your inner child within you, hush, baby, don't you cry. Hush, baby, don't you cry. Today is a day for laughter. And you're going to have to get this. And you're going to have to work with me. This is going to take a while. Work with me. Because we're going to go through this step by step. And I'm going to do a lot of my reading from my notes because there is a lot of information. Okay, I'm repeating this topic, this subject. Your inner child is screaming for help. Why are you afraid to respond? And as I said, this is the conclusion of the Inner Child Healing Journey series. And this is the final video 7. The inner child is speaking at this moment. And the child is saying, when you heard me crying, why didn't you come to me? When you heard me screaming for help, why didn't you respond? When I tried talking to you, why didn't you listen? And then the adult person, you adult person, you parent of the inner child. This is what you say. Nonsense. Who are you and what are you talking about? You just don't get it, do you? And the inner child says, to you, adult parent, to you, adult person, you don't even know that I exist. You don't even know me. I am your inner child. And I've always been here, but you never recognized me. You never turned back to me. You left me. You abandoned me. I've been here all the time, waiting on you to return. I exist. I am here. I am ready to step up to the forefront with you. I'm your inner child. I've been crying in you for all these years. But you abandoned me. You left me by myself. And when I called for you, you didn't answer. When I cried out for the times I was in pain, when I was in fear, when I was afraid, when I was being abused, when I was being battered, when I was being talked about, I called on you. You didn't answer me. You didn't even come to me. Why? You did not hear me. I am your inner child. Look. Take a look deep within you and you will find me. I am that inner voice that speaks to you. That voice that you have shut down for all your entire life. Please, talk to me. Talk to me today. And then you adult person, you adult parent. You address this inner child and you say, I am just fine, thank you. Okay, hold on. Lose your attitude. Lose your attitude. Put on some love, parent. You're going to lose the child. The child is talking to you now. The child is ready to connect with you. It's ready to open up. You got to open up to him now. Lose attitude. But I've been myself all this time, and I don't need nobody telling me how to run my life. And then you go on and say, and even if I believe in what you're saying, what does that have to do with me? And tell me, what do you want from me? Okay, let's put a pin in it right there. Stop. Let's pin that. Ask that question again. And if I even believe in you and in what you're saying, what do I have to do with you? And what do you want from me? Bing, touch, pinned it right there, okay? Great question, you adult parent, you adult person. That is a great question. Now we got a place where we can start at. And today, I'm giving you all the answers. I'm pleading with you out there. I don't know how many of the videos that you viewed, video 1 through 6. I don't know how many you looked at, but I sent you a message out there, a key vital point. Listen is the key point. You got to start listening. So listen, your answers that you just asked to those questions that I just mentioned, I'm giving them to you now. Go get your pencil, your paper, turn on your recorder, and whatever that you have to do, you're going to get the answer today. And if you don't get it, it's because you refuse to listen and you reject the knowledge and the information. Let's continue. And I will be looking away because I'm going to read from my notes because I don't want to miss this information. It's very important, okay? All of us have a set of experiences that have impacted us negatively and held us back in some way. Maybe it was an experience with negative upbringing, in your childhood environment, or experiences with a rapist that came into your life, that took your innocence, that robbed your childhood, or even a child molester that took advantage of you, that bribed you, that threatened you, that told you if you tell anybody, I'm going to make life hard for you. I'm going to send you away. I'm going to turn you into the police and tell them what a bad person you are, what a bad child you are. That molester who stalked you and threatened you and made you fearful that you did not speak out against them. Maybe it was a manipulator. Someone in your family, someone in your neighborhood or in your home, whatever it may be, someone who manipulated you and held things over on you and bribed you, saying, you got to do this for me, or I will get you this, or I'll buy you that. I'll get you that doll that you want. I'll buy you that big truck, that tanker truck that you always wanted. I will give you the best position on the football team. I will make sure that you get a scholarship. But you got to do this, and you can't tell nobody. Or maybe it was a child care or child givers programming of your mind. Or even a bully at school. Or maybe it was one of those bad days at school that left you feeling so powerless. And you came home broken in your silence. And then you created a belief about yourself that fit what you were experiencing at that moment. Perhaps you were abused verbally, physically, mentally, emotionally, and even spiritually. And no one stood up for you. No one came to defend you. No one came to speak out for you. But these people came in your life to rob you of your childhood and your innocence. And to turn around and put the blame on you. Excuse me. Now, there are many beliefs that arise out of those types of situations. In extreme cases, life experiences can leave you with a wound that is far beyond your ability to mend or even to heal all your broken pieces and parts. Each of those wounds, even the small moments of shame at being bullied or embarrassed at school, if it was strong enough, it stalled your healthy emotional, your mental, and your spiritual development. You got locked within all those moments of hurt and pain and abuse and all the other things that came along with it that was not pleasant for you. You got locked in it. And you got lost in the time of your early childhood experiences and all the traumas. And a part of you remain there, frozen in time today. Frozen in that moment. Frozen in that experience. And in that pain. And in that hurt. And in that fear. And in all that shame, all the way up to your adult life today, you're still living in all of that agony and trauma. Aren't you ready to let go of it? Aren't you tired of it? Aren't you tired of being the victim? It's time to start living. It's time to start laughing and letting your life be full of joy and peace and love and contentment. Shed off all the abuse and the pain. You got to learn how to find yourself again, to love yourself. Wow. So much pain that you have disassociated yourself from those experiences so you can move on with your many broken parts. With all your demons, you're taking them with you. And with all the other people's demons, you're carrying them right along with you as well. All the negative voices that's in your head. All the fears, the threats, the pain, the bumps and the bruises, you're still dragging them around, broken. Afraid to speak up, afraid to get help, afraid to connect with some support group, afraid to go to your family, your parents, your someone, an accountable partner. You're afraid, you're still in fear. Fear is false evidence appearing real. This was never a part of your life. It was never your reality, but someone created it. It was their reality. It was their life. It was something that they wanted to happen. They wanted a life, and they took you and put you into their reality and made you play those horrible parts. And you still dragged around all this hurt for all of these many years. All the bumps and all the bruises. You went on with your life and you shrugged it off. You turned your head and you closed your eyes. And you try to pretend like it wasn't there. It doesn't bother you. It didn't happen to you. You try to pretend like I'm okay. Everything in my life is fine. It's not okay. You're hurting. And you never dealt with the pain. You never dealt with the abuse. You never talked about it. You never made a confession about it. Denounced it. You never did any of that. It's still alive in you. And you're hurting still. You just sucked it all up and you went on. Living a life of illusion. And you gave up your entire self as a sacrifice offering at the hands of your enemies, at the hands of your victors, at the hands of the people that you trusted and you loved, and they turned on you and they did horrible things to you and they threatened you and it made you fearful and afraid, where you ran and you hid. And you did whatever you had to do, whatever that you knew how to do to survive all of this, to continue your life. But you went on broken. And your life was still shattered. But you also left the best part of yourself behind. The best part of you, your soul, your innocence, and your inner child left hid in all of the stink and the dirt and the pain and abuse that you came out of, carrying it, a lot of it still with you. Most of it you carried it with you, but you ran away from your inner child. Now you are diminished in spirit, in presence, in freedom, and in knowing your true self and your true identity. And you haven't just done this once in your life. This diminishing of self, you have blotted out so many times. For all your life, you just blotted out. If I turn and close my eyes and I don't look at it, it would go away. But it didn't. If I don't talk about it, if I don't say anything about it, if I don't think about it, if I don't think on all the hurts and the pains, it would go away. But it didn't. It's still there. And by adulthood, you have done all of this diminishing of yourself so many times that you have come totally disconnected from your inner child and disconnected from your true self and your true identity. The question I have to ask now is, who are you? Who are you? Ask yourself that. Who am I? Who is that person that I get up in front of the mirror every day that I have to look at and have to face? And many times I don't even recognize that person. Behind the tears and the fearful eyes, I don't know who that is. I don't know who I am. But all you can say, adult person, you adult parent of the inner child now, all you got to say, so what? The attitude. You got the attitude. Lose it. What's the harm? Okay? I'm getting by just fine by myself, but you're not by yourself. You ran over to that innocent child all his life, and you set that child up for the hurt and the pain that they had to go through. Well, you say, I took all the bumps and I took all the lumps and I took all the bruises in my life. They didn't get hurt. You hurt them. And then you say, they got to know how to deal with it and move on, just like I did. Yeah, you moved on, but you left the pain and the damage, and you left the inner child holding the bag, okay? It didn't finish there. It didn't stop there. And you are not free yet, and you will never be free from it until you face it, until you get up into the mirror or into the face of your own self, and you got to talk about it. You got to denounce it, and you got to allow yourself to step up and stand in the power that the creator of the universe has put in you. And you say, get over it. You done got over it. You got over the lumps and the bumps and the bruises. You ain't get over nothing. Let me give you a scenario. Watch this. Imagine you're driving your car across country with $10 in your pocket. And you're still saying, I'm fine. I can take care of myself. If I need to refuel my car, I can refuel my car. Because my car is working just fine. And you might think so. You just may think so. You thought a lot of things in your life was fine, but it wasn't. As you start growing up into your adult self and you start taking on responsibilities and having your own children, taking responsibility of going out here and providing for yourself, going into the workforce every day, you found out there were a lot of things that was so harder for you to deal with than you could ever imagine. You thought that you could continue to run it high, but it didn't stop there. Just like that car going across country and you carrying that little $10 in your pocket, it's not gonna fix your problem when you run out of gas. And you will run out of gas quickly, as well as money. That little $10 pride that you think you carrying around, think it got your back. That's the same scenario that I'm trying to get you to see. That is how you have handled your inner child. When you think that you are okay, that you don't need to deal with it, that you don't need to talk about it, you don't need to face it, that you don't need to reconnect with your inner child, or you don't need to go out and get counseling and help and talk about it. You don't need to get on a support team or support group. Find accountability partners or somebody. Talk about it. Stand up there and let somebody know, I need help. And let them know, all your victims and all your enemies, I'm not afraid of you anymore. I'm going to tell somebody. I'm going to talk about it. You got to kill that pride, because it's going to kill you. Your pride is going to destroy you. Your ignorance is going to deplete you totally. So you need to deal with the issues before the issues start dealing viciously with you. Before these issues start dealing violently with you and start destroying your entire life. You at the point of breakdown right now. And this is the time out to stop it all and start dealing with it. And that pride that you're hanging on to, and that pride that you've been holding on to for all your entire life, that's your ego. That is your ego, that dark night of the soul. That's your lower density. That's your lower self. That ego that wanted to be in control of you and every part of you for your entire life. You had gave it the power, you had gave it the control. You allowed it to dictate, dominate, and rule your life, and it ran your life into a big mess. That's the ego. You better let it go. You better kill it, because if you don't go along with the ego, continue to ride along with it, it's going to kill you. I'm telling you out there today, it's time to let it go. It's time to kill that ego, put it to death. It's time to deal with that dark night of the soul. And it's time for you to allow your consciousness, your soul, to come in and take control. Let your conscience be your guide. It's time to start living life. It's time to start enjoying life. It's time to start being yourself, living in peace, living in light, and living in love. You better kill that ego. I'm telling you, if you don't kill the ego, if you don't put that ego to death, you'll be the next victim on this agenda. I'm taking this very slow. Living in woundness creates cycles of patterns, behaviors, like limping around with a twisted ankle, or you carrying a head around with no brains in it. Can you imagine that? That head you carrying around all your life, but you don't have no brains in it? You better deal with this. I'm serious. This is serious business. I don't know if you're taking it serious, or you just think I'm sitting up here. I done spent 8 weeks going over this series, because it is a very hard topic, and it's a very painful topic, and it's a very real situation, and people is not talking about it. People are shutting down. They're running still from it since a very little child, and they're hiding. because they're afraid to come out and let people know. I've been abused. I've been hurt. I've been taken advantage of. They're afraid of it. Stop allowing your victims and your enemies to have that kind of power over you. Someone will step up with you. You got to find those people that will stand beside you, that got your back, that will ride into your battles, to your war zones with you, that will cover you. Imagine a brain that you've been carrying around all your life. Well, you thought you had brains, I'm saying. But it was the head that you've been carrying around all your life to find out that you never had brains in it. That's a sad situation. Your wounds affect how you view and interact with the world around you. How you view yourself, how you treat yourself, how you build relationships, and ultimately how you treat any children, whether they're your children, if you have children, or someone else's child or children. This whole process has been called the cycle of violence in extreme cases, and that's what they acknowledge this as. For most of us, it looks like impatience, intolerance, self-neglect, or even self-discipline. But I'm here to tell you, as I told you back here in several other videos, you allow that child to ride that bus, to drive that bus, and now this is your bus wreck that you and your inner child had created. And you allow that child to drive that bus without any license, and you never took the keys from them. But you went around, you went along with them for the joyride. And you went around, you rolled yourself with them blindfold. Even you allowed the child to drive blindfold. And you just went along for the ride. Wherever the child took you in that bus, you went up and down every heartbroken street that the child took you down. Now,